The Raiders got deep pockets, and the Tom Brady effect is real. Holy shit balls, dude. What's up? What the fuck is going on, dude? Aunt Six, what up? What up? Rebel Raiders said run the likes up. Appreciate that. I'm not doing no fucking Raider chants after today, man. Sean Athletics, dude. What is up? Anybody else happy after today? Anybody happy? Cheers, by the way. Cheers. Dude, Raiders gonna start making me drink every fucking night. That's what I fucking think. How you guys feel after Raiders day one free agency? Cash Lord Raider, what up, big dog? Ain't seen you in a fucking minute, man. Salute. OJ Raider. What is up, my guy? What's up to you, bro? Ain't seen you in a minute. Cash money. That's what the Raiders are all about, man. Cash money. Oh, man. At the end of the day, it is what it is. The players left. Next year we'll get what? I think you meant compensatory picks for them. Yeah. It's whatever. Yeah. I know when the Raiders suck and our defense is like taking a big step back, it is what it is, man. I don't feel that way, man. I don't feel that way at all, bro. I wish I could feel that. I wish I could say it is what it is and not care. So a few things I want to talk about, maybe not a lot, but I went live. We were talking about kind of the worst case scenarios, evaluating some things. And my main thing was that if we get Geno Smith, we got to worry about what we're going to pay him. I know there's people that think Geno Smith's going to make like 30 mil a year. That's not happening, dude. Like I said in my last video, if Geno Smith were to make 30 to 35 mil, I'd be cool with that. But that's not what he's going to want. It's going to be a 40 to 45 mil contract. So I'm not going to keep revisiting it. You guys can go back, watch my last video, kind of cover a lot of different topics in there. But the main point I just wanted to say on that is that, my main concern was that we get Geno Smith and then maybe, obviously we gave Max Crosby the contract, but, then we're not going to be able to get some of our guys in free agency. The one positive thing I will say is that we got Malcolm Kuntz at $12 million a year. I'm sure most of you guys know, but I'll kind of go over it real quick. Robert Spillane, Trayvon Moehrig, and Nate Hobbs are gone. I wanted to keep at least one of those guys, if not two. If we would have kept 1 to 2 of those guys, I would have been happy. We go into free agency. The Raiders have the second most cap space, right? It's not like we didn't have money, guys. We went into free agency. It's not like we were like number 30th in the NFL in free agency. And let's rewind to last year. I had said we should sign like at least one of our guys in free agency last year, like Robert Spillane, Trayvon Moehrig, maybe even Nate Hobbs. That was kind of how I felt on last year. And we went into free agency last year, and the Raiders really didn't do shit. We really didn't do shit, man. So then we're getting ready to go in this free agency, and I can smell the shit a mile away. And honestly, it's not even like I'm not taking fucking victory laps, guys. I mean, I want to win. This is not like they came in, right? Everybody's hyped up all over Tom Brady's nuts, the Tom Brady effect, and Tom Brady this, Tom Brady that, right? So the Tom Brady effect gets us Geno Smith and essentially none of our homegrown guys back, except for, I guess, Kuntz. He got signed at $12 million a year. But, you think about it, and it's like, what's this Tom Brady effect we're talking about? We don't get no big splashes in free agency when we have the second most money in the NFL. Like, this shit's kind of fucking crazy to me, Like, I've been pretty fired up and, like, heated all fucking day long. It's like the same. It's like Raiders are on repeat, man. I'm living in Alice in Wonderland, and Raiders gonna fucking Raider, Like, so first up, like, we see Robert Spillane come off the board, $12.5 million a year, essentially, is what he's getting, it looks like. And then, so that was a big gut punch. Literally the leader, the green dot of the defense, like one of the few bright spots, I'd say, on our team, not homegrown, but few bright spots, was Robert Spillane. And then, boom, he goes. And then next up, Trayvon Moehrig. He goes. Yeah, that was a little bit more, but I kind of thought he'd be in the 15 to 20 range, million per year. Trayvon Moehrig gets signed by the Panthers, and he's making like 17 million a year. And then next up, Nate Hobbs, he gets signs with the Packers, and I think he gets 11 or 11.5 or something like that million per year. So you're telling me we have the second most cap space. We don't have enough money for 11.5 million. We can't pay 12.5 million. We can't pay 17. The one I might be, if I'm being fair about the whole situation, is the 17 million per year for Trayvon Moehrig. I kind of get that, that is a little bit much, but like, you're telling me you can't come up with a little bit extra for Robert Spillane instead of letting him go to the Patriots. We can't come up with 13 mil, 14 mil for Robert fucking Spillane. Like, you got to be shitting me. Nate Hobbs, I get it. He's dealt with some injuries and stuff. And some people argue on Nate Hobbs and Trayvon Moehrig, that they've had health concerns and Trayvon Moehrig doesn't get a lot of interceptions. I mean, those are fair points, if I'm being honest. But at the same time, it's not like we got Byron Murphy. It's not like we got the linebacker from the Niners. Forget his name right now, but the dude that went to the Broncos. Like, it's not like we went out and got like some other guys. Our defense didn't take a step forward today. We took a step back. Hopefully Kuntz is healthy. That could be a bright spot. But I mean, to come out of free agency and Raiders fucking swing and a miss, to me, it's not is what it is. Right? It's Raiders gonna fucking Raider. And this is the same shit when I came off the handle and I was fired up the other day, right before free agency. I deliberately did that because this was my thinking. If they fucking do what they did today, like what the fuck? What are we supposed to fucking think? These guys told us we're in a win now mode. How in the world are we in a win now mode with the lack of fucking sense of urgency for this team? Oh, Raiders are going to compete. Raiders are going to compete. We're in a win now mode. Oh, really? Oh, really? Unfucking real. And then on top of it, you have people that are like, I'm not going to overpay Robert Spillane. I'm not going to overpay Trayvon Moehrig. Again, we're second cap space in the NFL, but yet people are willing to overpay a mediocre quarterback. People will be like, yeah, give that mediocre quarterback the money because that's what the market says. Well, what about the other fucking positions? What about Trayvon Moehrig's contract, Robert Spillane, and Nate Hobbs? Isn't that the market? Isn't that what the market said? And everybody says Raiders can't draft, right? We can't draft our own guys. We can't keep our own guys. You're right, we can't keep our own guys because Raiders are fucking stupid. They make dumb decisions. Oh, I shouldn't be in the Raiders' pockets. Go fuck yourself, right? So I look at all this. And again, I'm not going to sit here and take victory laps and, laugh. I mean, part of me wants to, but part of me is pissed off because I'm tired of fucking losing. This isn't a victory for the Raiders. Anybody that thinks this is a victory for the Raiders, you're fucking kidding himself. I don't think it is. I think we took a major fucking step back today. And so, you know, people aren't willing to pay market value for our own guys. I mean, apparently Raiders can draft well because there's other teams willing to pay some of our guys some damn good money, like Nate Hobbs and Trayvon Moehrig. Obviously, Robert Spillane wasn't drafted by us, but right there's two guys that was drafted by John Gruden. Everybody said Gruden and Mayock couldn't draft, always bashing their balls. Raiders signed Malcolm Kuhn, so that's a plus. Right there's three guys that was drafted by, Mayock and Gruden that supposedly can never draft anybody. So it's kind of funny to me. The whole thing's funny to me in a sick fucking way, Our defense the year before, I think we're around 8th, and this last year, our overall defense like in the 15 in the middle tier. So someone might be able to argue like our defense took a step back or whatever, but I don't look at our situation where we're gonna find a Trayvon Moehrig replacement, dude. We could have made a splash. We were told we were getting big moves. Raiders are doing big things this offseason. And then you got jackasses like that will come out there and they're like, nobody wins free agency in day one wins the Super Bowl day one of free agency. Hold on a second. We seen a team called the Los Angeles Rams go all in year after year after year, trading draft picks for studs in free agency. And that helped them win a Super Bowl. Isn't that kind of crazy when you guys think about that? Hold on a second. Let me turn this thing off. I don't know why it's... Hopefully that stops beeping. So, Rams showed that, yeah, you can go all in and win a Super Bowl through free agency. So that's a really fucking pathetic, lazy take to be like, well, you can't win a Super Bowl. Nobody's knighting the Raiders or another team that you're winning the Super Bowl in free agency. But you surely can fucking lose it from day one. And today, in my opinion, we lost it. And yeah, I know we signed Chin or whatever. That dude's mediocre at best, bro. Only upside to that is that we're paying him half of what we're paying Trayvon Moehrig. Doesn't mean he's going to do good or be a stud. So that's pretty much all I wanted to ramble. Let's go up here. Anything you guys want to say? If you guys want to join, I'll put it in the chat. If anybody wants to give your opinion, I'm willing to hear other opinions tonight. I know I'm not alone, though. There's a lot of Raider Nation that feels the same way. All right. All right. OJ said, outside Spillane leaving, I'm okay somewhat. Jimmy Guns, what up, big dog? All right. OJ said, I do feel like Graham's defense has been improving. I don't know if you mean zone after zone. It's continuity and similarity. You start plucking starters, and we get back to Picasso's first year with Raiders. Bottom of the barrel. Who the fuck made Brady Howie Rose? That's what I'm wondering, bro. Rob Brady said, look at the cap numbers. It's looking like Gino is counting $31 million towards cap, but I haven't seen the contract. We'll have to see, man. I mean, he wants a contract extension, so I don't know if that 31 is the rollover from the Seahawks or if he's going to want a new contract. Look, I'll tone down on Geno Smith. If we can get him for 30 to 35 mil, look, man, I'll tone down on it and I'll be a lot more excited. But 40, 45 mil is a little bit different for me. But keep in mind, I also wanted to sign some of our guys, dude. That's why I wanted a quarterback on the little bit cheaper route. I wanted to keep like one of the 3 guys that left today, man. So Jimmy said, in my opinion, Geno is better than Fields or Darnold. I won't disagree with that. I mean, I think he is better, but at what price, Rebel said, look, I read that one. Trayvon is replaced by Chin at a fraction the cost. Hobbs has only played 35 games, 3 years. He's not worth what he got. Spillane is a backup D-line linebacker. Our D-line is dope next year. We need Jay Chin is tough. He a big dog. I hope so, man. I'm tired, bro. Oh, shot to hit stick. All right. Linebacker can back up and play DB, stop tight end from getting the ball on 3rd and 10. I agree, though. I feel like we let real Raiders go. It hurts. Yeah, dude. James Furpo, what up? I'm not yelling Raiders today. Them motherfuckers fucking, they got the most expensive fucking tickets in the NFL, and they can't even fucking pay anybody. It's fucking sad, bro. He said, man, I miss these rants. Let's go. Dude, I usually hold this shit in, bro. I'm like, I don't want to come off the handle, man. I know society's too weak for hardcore Raider. 22 years of sucking ass. I feel your pain, dude. That's where I'm at, bro. I mean, like, fuck, man. Oh, damn, dude. It's fucking tough being a Raiders fan. That's all I know, dude. Salute everybody in the chat. Is that barely day one? We got time. I know people are more patient than me. Like I'm, like Gruden said, I'm an impatient guy or whatever the fuck. Yeah, I am impatient, but like, dude, it's not like these are our own guys, man. Like it, like where my nerves go through the wall is hearing all the stuff for years. Raiders can't draft anybody. And then Raiders need to sign their own guys. We need to have our own homegrown guys. So we get our own homegrown guys, and yet we can't give them contracts when we have the money. Like, what the fuck, guys? Like, I got to mellow down before I fucking have an aneurysm and blow a fucking blood vessel through my forehead. But like, think about what I just said. The oxymoron bullshit from people is out of this fucking world. How can we all be so two-faced and say we need our own homegrown, we need to draft guys, we need our own homegrown guys, we got them, and then we don't give them a contract? And then people will say at the same time, this is how it's going to go. I'll tell you right now how all this shit's going to fucking go. People are going to be like, well, those weren't Pete Carroll's guys. The Raiders got to get different guys. They got to get better guys, which is already the narrative being pushed right now. I see it. I already fucking know. They're going to be like, well, those weren't, Raiders guys. And then they're going to say, because this is how they feed you. It's the slow roll. It's the slow P. Diddy oil roll for how they present a rebuild. This is how they do it, man. And it's funny to me. We can't be talking out of both sides of our mouth, guys. We can't sit here and complain about not being able to draft guys and then at the same time not pay the guys when we have the money. And then at the same time, trying to find excuses for why we're okay with letting them go. And then when we suck next year, we're going to say, well, those weren't, Pete Carroll's and Spytex guys. Dude, like, we got to get, like, over this bullshit, man. We got to get over this, like, this fake facade bullshit of pretending and lying to ourselves and everybody else and repeating the same dumb shit that everybody else is repeating, because in my opinion, that and this is the problem of why we have a dysfunctional franchise and why no one wants to be here. And it's the same bullshit on repeat. Like I said last show, Pete and repeat. Pete's dead. Who's left? Fucking repeat, man. This is like a mirror image of fucking what I said, man, when I was fucking going off about the Brokeback Jimmy shit, man. So Raiders sign linebacker Eladen Roberts from Pittsburgh Steelers. I don't know too much about him, to be honest with you, bro. Crimson Chin Static. Jimmy said, I'm drunk. I'm totally popping. Oh, it's all good, man. I feel we lost overall. I do too, man. I really do. And, I did my ramble. That's pretty much all I wanted to say, So, I'll read your guys' comments. You guys want to say anything? I put the link in the chat. You guys want to fucking join? You can turn your camera off. I'm willing to hear your rants one way or the other if you guys want, man. We got some size on that defense. Myber Pete. What's Myber Pete, bro? Pete Carroll, Baskins, once Giants back there. Give Geno Sam Darnold money, like 33 mil. I'm cool with that, dude. I'm cool with that, bro. Where I'm not cool is like going overboard the 40, 45 mil range, That's where I start getting like a lot more hesitant on that, man. And that's what I said last show. That's exactly what I said. Thrash, what up, man? Been a minute, dude. Hope you're doing good, bro. Thanks for popping in. He said pause. Yeah, was that the P. Diddy oil comment? Yeah. Pause. Darth Didius has entered the chat. He said, buy my dinner and P. Diddy oil me up before you. Nice. Oh, bro, man. D Menace, dude, what up? What up? All good, bro. I gave a little rant, nothing too much. I just, I kind of said, I mean, like, normally I could be long-winded, but I kind of said all I want to say. I don't know what else to say, guys. I know a lot of people will probably be more patient than me. They'll be like, well, it's only day one. And you're right. And maybe they can develop some other guys. Maybe we're looking towards the draft, but fuck, some of these, like, misses just hurt. Our three guys and Splain, Hobbs, and Morig. And it's not like I expected us to sign all of them, but fuck, at least sign one of those guys. Here's the one thing I'll say. I'm going to be probably the minority of this. Raiders can do a redemption. We'll call it the Raider redemption, right? The Raider redemption is this. The Raiders go out and they trade. I'm trying to think what I'm willing to give up. Because I want this bad. I want this so bad, dude. And I think this would work for what we need. Raiders give up this year's third-round pick, so we won't have a third round because we already traded one of them for Geno Smith. We trade this year's third-round pick, and I'll give them even next year's second-round pick, and we go get fucking T. Higgins. The Raiders want to make a big splash. They want the Tom Brady effect. They want to get Raider Nation hyped up. They want to sell tickets. You have an offense that can produce, and you go get fucking T. Higgins, and you pay him. I'd fucking take that all day long. I know he's franchise tag. Doesn't mean that fucking I'm pretty sure doesn't mean that the Bengals can't trade him. I don't know under the franchise tag though if there's a clause for like a certain amount of draft capital you'd have to give up, because I know some franchise tags make it to where it has to be a first or something like that. So I don't know the exact tag. I can't remember if it would have to be a first or second round pick, but I would totally give up this year's third round pick and next year's second round pick. Go get T. Higgins. We'll have an offense to fucking reckon with. You guys that are excited about Geno Smith and all this, other stuff, go get fucking T. Higgins. Let's get an offense that can produce some fucking touchdowns. Because right now, I think and keep this in mind. When I said last show I did that Geno Smith gives the Raiders another 2 to 3 wins, because this is important, because this might have got missed when I was explaining it, but that's Geno Smith himself. I think Geno Smith by himself with no additions gives the Raiders another 2 to 3 wins. Okay, I'll give him that because he is a better quarterback than our other options. Okay, so I'm not ignorant to the fact that it's an upgrade, but depending on what we do at running back and wide receiver makes a big difference. So I feel we could maybe we could still get a Nick Chubb. I think Aaron Jones might still be out there as far as running backs go, but we definitely need some sort of veteran running back. And then we need, it'd be nice to have a nice, number one wide receiver. But as far as the running back goes, we could still address that in the draft. We could still get Genty at 6, or as long as we keep this year's second round pick, we could still address the running back position in the second round. I think once we get into the third round with running backs, some of the better ones might be gone. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe, they last or whatever. But I would love for us to get a running back in the first or second round, third round at the latest. So, a lot of people may not think, or want to spend that kind of money on T. Higgins or go spend that draft capital. But if the Raiders want to hold true to their word about they're going to be big spenders and we're making big moves this year, I mean, does anybody really think Geno Smith is a big move? I mean, it's a mid-tier move. A big move is like going out and getting fucking Jalen Hurts or Josh Allen or Joe Burrow. That would be a big move. Geno Smith is not a big move. So let's not fucking kid ourselves. That's middle tier. So if the Raiders want to have a Raider redemption, go get fucking T. Higgins. Put your money where your mouth is. Everybody, you're not in the Raiders' pockets, which is why I did that fucking that thumbnail for all you fucking clowns out there. Raiders got all this money and they don't fucking spend it, man. That's fucking funny, bro. It's fucking funny, man. So when our defense takes a step back, and if Raiders still fucking twiddle their thumbs, the rest of the free agency getting mediocre talent, similar to what we did last year, then, you know, it is what it is. And you'll, you know, when we're sucking, we're not winning games. I hope you guys have that same energy. I hope you guys say it is what it is next year when we're struggling, when the Raiders could have been proactive and gotten some guys, and instead we didn't do jack shit. You know, signing Malcolm Kuntz for a 1-year deal doesn't really move the needle. You know, we don't even know if he's going to be healthy. If he's healthy, he can do good. But I mean, you know, like the moves were, you know, like non-existent. So I go back up in the chat. See you guys just talking about. Oh man, Michael 918, what up, big dog? Salute to you, man. Hope you're doing good. I'll pop on and speak my thoughts. All right, I'll put the link in here. I'm pretty sure Jimmy's drunk, so if he pops on here. All right, I'll put it in the chat. All right, we got here Rosetown Native 707. What up? What up? Salute. Hopefully you're doing good, brother. He said, was Diddy involved in the rant? I think I'll skip it. Rosetown, appreciate it, man. I mean, we're just all tired, man. It's like, dude, anybody been bleeding silver and black, dude, like most of us have. It's the same old dog and fucking pony show, man. The Raider shills, you guys know who they are. I'm not going to call them by fucking name right now. But they're always feeding us the same bullshit of why these guys aren't their guys, why we need to do a rebuild, why we need to be excited for fucking horseshit decisions, dude. And I don't care who it is. I'm not trying to like necessarily bash Pete. I'm not anti-Pete Carroll. But when I see actions speak louder than words. That's why, like, I don't get hyped up over like fucking, you know, their words. You know, people be making, or like Raiders be making hype videos. Like they made one today. I'm like, I'm not even fucking watching it. Like they're making hype videos, but they're good at making hype videos. You're not good at putting your money where your mouth is and fucking, you know, bringing it to the table. This is why I get tired of a lot of these NFL athletes, and all they do is talk. Bro, like, show us, man. Shut the fuck up and fucking show us, because we've been dealing with this shit for so fucking long, and so many people from Devontae Adams and fucking the list is endless that just run their fucking mouth and they end up being fucking, you know, just here for a paycheck. I'm tired of that, bro. I'm fucking tired of that. And if we're about competition, you know, it's not fucking looking like it right now. The only thing Raiders are competing as far as free agency is to get last place. So Aaron signed back with Minnesota. Aaron Jones. Okay. I was like, Aaron. Oh, all right. Appreciate that. Thanks for letting me know. I wasn't sure, bro. Raider Paul, salute, bro. Hope you're doing good, man. Name a team that upgraded their QB more than us this year. I don't know. I mean, that's like you go to it's like you go to McDonald's and it's like, man, name a burger that was ever good at fucking McDonald's. Like their fries are good, right? But like you go to McDonald's and like name a burger that's ever been like, that's the best burger I ever had, bro. I mean, there wasn't no real good options in free agency, man, you know, as far as quarterbacks go. So, you know, I'll kind of give you that to some degree, but to the other degree, it's like the cup of noodles analogy. You want cup of noodles or top ramen? It's like you want a dog shit sandwich or a cat turd sandwich, man. I'm like, I don't want either of those shit sandwiches. All right, here we go. Let's hear him go. Drum roll. Jimmy Guns in the house.
Okay. So number one, I'm not used to being on somebody else's. I'm hearing echo.
You're hearing echo? You got to turn. Are you watching it? Whatever. If you're watching it.
Oh, I got to turn my YouTube down. Is what I got to do.
Yeah, if you're watching, you got to turn the video down.
Okay.
Otherwise, it has that feedback.
Boom. I'm going to pause my YouTube. Are we good?
Yeah, we're good. Turn my volume.
That works? Okay. So it's done. It was double hitting. So, guys, how you doing? I'm Jimmy. Me and Hardcore, we're good buddies. We chat, we talk, we argue, we love, we do Raiders. He's 100 times more knowledgeable about Raiders history and all kinds of things than I am, right? But I just want to pop on and I just want to have a conversation with him, like live, you know what I mean? Just to talk about the difference. Okay. So one of the things that I typed in the chat, and I feel you 100%. It's tough to watch our players leave, especially the ones where we're like, these are Raiders. You know what I mean? Like they wear it on their face. Earlier, I was saying that we got that. I could see that being Spillane's face, right? Like it's a tough thing. But with every change that happens, especially if it's a head coach and it's a GM, they want to bring their own guys in. I know it sucks to hear, but it is what it is. It happens every time, right? So we have somebody like Pete Carroll who Legion of Boom, he put that thing together, you know what I mean? And it rocked. The 2010s, they rocked that thing. It was a certain type of player that they needed. The Spillane thing, it was hard to hear. But as I started thinking about it a little bit more, right, I was like, okay, first of all, our D line is going to be nasty this year. Nasty, beyond nasty. We didn't have our inside guys, right? Koontz, he was killing for a minute, but we didn't have him for the whole time. And then everything's on Max. Well, when they're all out there, they're going to kill. I feel like Spillane was a linebacker who was more of a last line of defense for our D line, right? So if they got through that, boom, he was there to just break their necks. Loved it. Well, now our D line's going to handle that. We need a linebacker like one that we've never had. We've always got killed on 3rd and 10. We would do well 3rd and 10, Kelsey across the middle, first down, happens every single game, the whole game. That's how we lose. I feel like we want a linebacker who can back up, play some DB roles. When it comes to Hobbs, I've been reading a bunch of things. People are saying that the Packers grossly overpaid based on his injury history, right? People were saying that he might get a prove it deal, like a Malcolm Cooch just got. People, and I didn't believe it, but people were saying like 1 year, $4 million. Hobbs too good for one year, but he's not worth 4 years, $48 million. Like that one, I'm okay with him going. That's too much money. You can go. The Trayvon, that one hurt. That one will really suck because he's one of the best safeties. But when you look at Chin and you look at his stats, to pay a fraction of what Trayvon Morgan just got, like I'm okay with that. Like I can eat that one. That one, it hurts, but I can go, okay. Then my other thing though is what team upgraded the quarterback more than us? At this point, you know, Geno Smith wasn't top 5. He was top 12. Top 12. His O-line was horrendous. But again, I'm a guy who loves Carr, so I loved what Geno did, like with the heroics, getting out, making something happen. He threw a line of interceptions. So did Carr. And I remember when Carr made the that All-Star game, which was hilarious, right? Or the Pro Bowl, which was hilarious because we were going to let him go, and then boom, it was there, and it was him and Geno. So to me, it was almost like hand-to-hand type thing. I'm not angry at this year. Every year I go into the season lying to myself and lying to everybody else. I've always called the Raiders paper champions because I can talk you into why we're going to win the division every year, and we never do. We haven't for a long time. It's been horrible. Right. I really feel like it's different.
I used to be like that, bro, but I've been hoodwinked too many times, man. I start out pessimistic and then I get more optimistic as the season gets here. But so let me ask you this: where do you think Geno Smith ranks amongst our division with obviously Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs, Justin Herbert and the Chargers, and then Bo Nix and the Broncos? Where do you think Geno Smith ranks against them?
So I've heard this. Argument. So here's the deal: Geno Smith doesn't go up against Mahomes. He doesn't go up against Justin.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't go up against Bo Nix. He goes up against their D line and their DBs, and their quarterbacks got to go against ours. Okay, so Geno's not out there trying to catch interceptions from Mahomes. Now, if you're asking who I think is going to lead stats, I don't think it's going to be our quarterback. I don't think it's going to be ours. It might be. Please tell me who are the other tight ends and wide receivers in our division.
You're talking like for the Chiefs and
yeah. Who are the other ones?
You said what?
Because I sure can't think of any that are worth saying.
You're talking about tight ends. What was the other position you said?
No, I'm saying so you asked Geno going up against those quarterbacks, and I said Geno don't have to go up against them. He's not a defensive player. Yeah. Geno's going to be playing offense just like they are. But then I say who has better tight end and wide receiver than
Patrick Surtain for the Broncos just got Defensive Player of the Year. I mean, the Chargers, although they've had injury.
Offense.
What? You're talking offense? Well, I thought you were talking about Geno Smith going against other defenses. So what are you comparing?
No, because you said him going up against the quarterbacks, right? So I just said he doesn't have to go. No, I get it. Yeah, no, he's going up against some tough stuff for sure. Sure. But when it comes to his weapons, who has more weapons than him? And we haven't even got our number one receiver yet.
I mean, considering we had 4 wins last year, I would say everybody has better weapons than us, dude.
I think that has to do with our defense. I think we paid a lot of money for our D line, which got injured. I think when it comes to the Malcolm Koonce signing, I think that was huge. Even though it was a 1 year, it's a prove it deal. So we've had Koonce for a while, and he hasn't been the guy he was during the small segment that we were talking about when we were saying we need to re-sign him. So we need to see that for another year, right? So our D line is going to be completely different than it was last year. We saw what the blueprint was to beat Mahomes. We saw it, and our D line is that. If our D line does what it should do on paper, it is that.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, who's he throwing to?
I did forget to mention Adam Butler. That was the other positive. Adam Butler and Malcolm Koonce. So
huge.
I'll definitely agree with you guys on that for sure.
Now you did say bring T. Higgins in, bro. I could see that 6'4", almost 220.
If they want to win my heart and mind,
yards 5 years in a row.
Dude, they want to win my heart and mind. I know some people don't think he's the number one. I know some people think you don't pay him $30 million. But the only thing I'd be cool with is like if they're saving this money and then they go out and they get a T. Higgins, right? Yeah, a big splash. We got to get a big splash, And
it's
so,
huh? It's going to happen. It has to. What else is it for?
I don't know, dude. That's why
we just let everybody go. It better be.
They got money rolling out of their pockets, bro, and they ain't spending it. That's all I know. All I know is we ended day one and we weren't the winners of free agency. That's all I know.
Yet. We haven't spent it yet. We're gonna spend it.
Well, they need to shut
the fuck up. I mean,
I want to be shut the fuck up, bro. I'm like, I want to be excited, man. I do. Trust me, I do.
Well, let's be. I know it hurts to see some people leave, but again, Hobbs was grossly overpaid. You wouldn't pay him that. You wouldn't.
You don't think? But hold on. You don't think a good cornerback is worth $11 million? I'm not saying like Hobbs. I'm just saying if we just look at the market, let's just look at the market. A slot cornerback, like a good one, you don't think is worth $11 million a year?
Who won the trade between Luka and AD?
I guess
Lakers or
I guess the Lakers. I'm not a basketball guy, but
right because AD's never fucking healthy. If you can't rely on him. Just because he can come in every once in a while and do well.
Well, hold on. I mean, I hear that or that like people have been talking about that, as far as Nate Hobbs go. But dude, that dude was wearing a cast playing football for the fucking Raiders, bro.
He's a Raider.
Dude, that's what I'm saying, man.
It
I mean,
sucks,
dude,
bro.
when you saw Nate Hobbs, you didn't see a little bit of like Lester Hayes or something, man. I mean,
Yeah,
like,
bro. Yes, it
personality to
sucks.
everything,
It
dude.
sucks.
Like, I love
But-
fucking Nate Hobbs. He's humble, but when he gets on the field, he's gonna clean your fucking clock, bro.
So
Nate, you're right. Like
they,
he was
bring
injured, he's
different
been
people
injured, but
in.
that's also because he's getting overworked at times, man. He's not getting help, bro.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
like straight up. So, I mean, I look at it a little bit differently where, like, yeah, he's dealt with some injuries, but he's also stuck it out, man. That dude was wearing it. And Trayvon Morig, dude. Trayvon Morig got an interception with a cast on. Do you remember that? Trayvon Morig a couple years ago had a cast on. He got an interception with that shit. So, like, yeah, Trayvon Morig had a injured like hand, but he played through that shit, man. I mean, imagine, honestly, I broke my thumb and I had a cast on. There's no way I would have been wanting to go hit
nothing, bro.
and be catching a fucking ball, dude, with a broken thumb,
My
dude. And like,
sex
your shit
life
was
was
probably
gone. Yeah, no,
worse than my shit. I don't even know if I would have been out there. I'm pretty tough, but like, you know, so like, dude, they've given both those guys gave a lot to this organization, and we dick slapped them in the face, dude, P. Diddy style. We didn't even put lotion on the fucking shit before we slapped them, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like we didn't even put the P. Diddy oil on it, man. It was the raw dog special. They gave everything for a horse shit ass franchise that fucking doesn't put things in place for people to be successful, and then we're not willing to, you know, pay them what they're worth. I mean, it's kind of it's kind of pathetic, man. I mean, I hate to say it, but like when I think about it again, I hear your points. I'm not exactly saying you're wrong, but I think about it again, it just gets me fired back up because I think about what these guys dedicated. And, you know, where's the loyalty? Where's the loyalty of the Raiders and them saying like, oh, yeah, we're going to keep our guys, and they never do. And I get it. It's a new regime and coaching staff and stuff. But fuck, bro, at some point, the Raiders got to put their foot down and stand behind their word,
we did keep some of our guys.
Huh?
We did. We signed Max.
Yeah, that was positive too.
We did our line. So we can't use the word never. Okay.
Okay.
And my other thing is, like I said at the beginning when I popped on, when you have a new coach and a new GM, it happens every time without fail.
Yeah,
and
but here's the thing.
They said
right, but their words, not mine. Their words, not mine, was we're gonna win now. We're in a win now mode. What they did today doesn't put us in a better win now mode. It hurts.
Win now ain't paying Hobbs $12 million a year. Have him be out for 5 games. And that's
okay, we'll see. We'll see how he does next year. I mean, people said that about Josh Jacobs, and he just balled out. What happens if we end up signing Nick Chubb or one of these other running backs, and we're paying him close to the Josh Jacobs contract?
But, and I said this earlier in the text, this regime isn't who let Jacobs go. So we can't, yes, it's the Raiders, yes, right? But we can't put on this group what New England did.
I know.
Our owner was
I hear you. But I'm just saying
that's not on Spy Tech.
I'm just saying it's always the same dog and pony show, bro. I don't care what regime it was that came in, from McDaniels or McClown to AP to even Gruden. They all said we're in a win now mode, and next thing you know, they're not keeping our guys or they're trading guys and everything else. So like, I'm just saying, dude, like
how many games are we winning this year?
What's that?
How many games are we winning this year?
Oh fuck, we'll be lucky between 6 and 8.
What are you laying your nuts on? You tell me right now. Just buddy to buddy. What are you saying? This is the number. This is it.
Well, I mean, there's other pieces that have to be put in place. We got to see what happens in the draft, and we got to see what happens the rest of the free agency. If we get a T. Higgins and a Genty, then yeah, I might go like 10, 11 games.
Yeah,
if we don't,
it can happen. That could still happen.
It can. But fuck, I could win the lottery tomorrow, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck it. Every once in a while, I'll buy a lottery ticket. It ain't happened yet, man. You know what I mean?
It can happen. So now, okay. So let's just be weird. Can we be weird? Are we good? Because I've took shots, so I want to be weird. Okay. I was talking earlier. We gave a third. We gave a third for Geno, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Just pretend that Sanders was our target. And we had to move up to get him because we were like, oh my God, we're not going to get him. We got to move up. What would we have to give to move up to get him?
I don't think we do. I think we stay put and we either get
Sure.
We either get Sanders or my guy Anakin Skywalker. We got to draft Anakin Skywalker.
We gotta get Jesus in here right now.
Jackson Dart, dude. His favorite Star Wars character is Anakin Skywalker. You know,
I already told you, Dart's
going
third. He's going to the Giants, bro.
I know you told me that.
Going to the Giants.
But Anakin Skywalker, he like puts that black stuff under his eye like that because of Jackson Dart does that because of Anakin Skywalker. Obviously, we all know or should know that Anakin Skywalker turned into Darth Vader. If you see Darth Vader in football, what do you think of? You instantly think of fucking Raiders, bro. Right? The Death Star. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? Like Jackson Dart is like born to be a Raider. Like, and it's not even like he's a Anakin Skywalker fan.
Dart's not gonna be there. Dart's not gonna be there. Dart's gonna be gone. Giants.
Giants. I know you told me that.
Because what else? Right. What else?
You know,
who did everybody say would be the perfect person to train him, to teach him to sit behind for a year? Everybody said it was two people. Who is it? Stafford, Rodgers. So now Rodgers is where? He's gonna go where?
I don't know. I haven't been
Rodgers
doing
going to Giants.
What?
Rodgers is going to Giants.
Is that what's out there? Are the reports?
Yeah, my sources tell me, and just so you know, my sources are a bottle of Pendleton, but my sources tell me that Rodgers is going to the Giants. And what do we know about the Giants? The Giants have had 212 yards thrown by a dark quarterback in their history.
I haven't said it. I'm gonna let you say it.
I'll say it. Cancel me.
Say it. Stop beating around the bush. Just say it. I know
the Giants have had 212 yards thrown by a black quarterback their entire history. Can you imagine what would happen if the Giants got a black quarterback who ended up being a bust, and then you had all the union pretend liberals screaming the N-word constantly in the cameras? It would be a travesty. Like the NFL wouldn't let it happen. Jackson Dart's going to the Giants. You heard it here first. Hardcore Raider channel. It's gonna happen. It's done. We don't get Jackson. So my point was, if we
hold on. I gotta slow this down so people understand, because some people may not know, and I didn't know this either until Jimmy pointed out that I guess the Giants have never like drafted a black quarterback or like started a black quarterback.
One. They started one.
Well, Geno Smith was there, right? But it was only for 200 and something yards. But the point is like the Giants have a history of never doing that. So Jimmy feels that it's probably likely that the Giants are going to draft Jackson Dart. You know, I'm not going there, even though there's some factual stuff there. I'm not personally going to go there just because, like, I don't know. That's kind of out of my wheelhouse. Not saying you're wrong.
No, I'm a weirdo, bro. I think of different things.
Yeah, no, I got you. And I do too. It just like, you know, I mean, it's interesting to think about. I just don't know if they're still there at that place where they wouldn't consider somebody like a Sanders award if they think that guy's good. Because, like, dude, there's so many factors when it comes to the draft and like beyond just someone's color, in my opinion. So, like, to me, it's always about like arm throwing motion, footwork, decision making, you know, and all that other shit. So like, but not everybody looks at it from that same stance. So like, I get what you're saying, but
we can call it whatever we want to call it when the draft's done and they grab Dart. Just remember.
To your point, I think it was Charles Davis on NFL Network that maybe that's why he had the first three picks going quarterback. So he had Cam Ward and then Sanders and then Dart going to the Giants. And so his mock draft was, you know, essentially what you're talking about. So there's obviously somebody else that's really smart, you know, that does this professionally, that's thinking similar to you. And like, he may not even came to the same conclusion as you. He may just been like, you know, looking at the talent or whatever. I don't know. But
one time,
what's that?
I don't mean to be disrespectful. I have to correct you. As smart as me is what you meant to say. So there was somebody else as smart as me who knows it's going to go 1, 2, 3.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
but here's my weird thought, right? So we traded a third and we got Geno. It would have cost us more than a third to move up 2 spots. Say Sanders is our goal. Say somehow Cam Ward, you know what I mean, makes it past the first 3 picks. Say we wanted to move up. It would cost us more than a third round pick to move up. because we have to fight pick number 7, pick number 9, pick number 12, right? Those are the other 3 quarterback needy teams after us. So by us getting Geno Smith with a third, it might make those 3 teams think, oh, they're not grabbing a quarterback, they're good. Okay, so what if Cam was there at 6? Not going to happen. But what if? What if Sanders was there at 6 and he was our ultimate goal?
I think Sanders could
the
fall. I
connection's
think Sanders
there.
could fall.
What if Jackson Dart was there and he was our goal? Now we don't have to worry about somebody jumping us because they're like, oh, the Raiders are never going to get him. They got Geno. We get the quarterback that we would have traded a first next year for to jump up and grab, and it cost us a third.
Right. I did say something similar to that in a private chat that I was in, kind of thinking along the same lines that having Geno could allow it to where like other teams may not jump ahead of us and help
right, exactly.
like, a Shedeur Sanders to fall to us. I don't think Ward does, but it's possible Shedeur does,
Yeah.
I mean, what are the Browns going to do? Are they going to draft, Sanders?
I think, man, okay, so man, that's a tough one because Miles just resigned. So everybody kind of thought, okay, it could be like a D-line or a quarterback type thing because now they badly need both. But they are so hung because they owe $75 million over the next 2 years for the quarterback. How do you move off from that? That's $75 million, close to the billion. How do you move off that? You don't. You build the rest of your team up and you get ready for getting a different quarterback. You go, this is where we're at. You don't
and the Browns drafting. Okay, so like if I was the Browns, like, yeah, obviously they need a quarterback because what's his name is hurt, Watson. But if I look at it like from their perspective, maybe they can get somebody in the 2nd or 3rd round that could be serviceable until Watson can come back.
Yeah. But not the first round. The first round's $10 million, right?
If you're picking 2nd, to me, like you should be looking at a generational talent type player, right?
Yes.
And so, like, if you're 5, 6, I don't know, we'll say between 5 and 10, then picking generational versus best player available, or maybe even by need, I think is maybe a little different. But definitely, if you pick like 1st through 3rd. If you have a chance to get Abdul Carter or Travis Hunter, who I think are probably both generational talent type players, you're kind of a fucking idiot to draft a quarterback that's way down on your board. Then even if you need that position, and even if it's a good quarterback, you're kind of an idiot to not pick the generational talent type player, right?
Yeah,
like the Raiders, and the reason why I say that is because you look at the Raiders, we didn't need a Brock Bowers, right? Michael Mayer was a stud in college. Looked like he was going to be pretty good coming into the NFL. I know hasn't worked out that way, but we also got his replacement after 1 year. But Brock Bowers fell to us, and we really didn't need a tight end. And Brock Bowers so far, okay, I'm not giving him a gold jacket yet, but Brock Bowers so far it looks like he has the potential to be a generational talent type player. So my point is like if you're picking 1st or 2nd, you want to pick a guy that's like a Brock Bowers, right? Yeah. You don't want to pick an Anthony Richardson, like a quarterback that has potential, but kind of flops out, like you almost need a guaranteed pick.
Right.
So any of those teams ahead of us, but especially the guys that pick 1st and 2nd, and even the 3rd pick, I mean, you should be looking at a generational type talent type player. And if you miss on the quarterback and you miss on that generational type talent player, you're a fucking moron. Your franchise, like your fan base, is going to never fucking let you live that down. If Abdul Carter ends up being like the next fucking super stud pass rusher, and then they flop on, instead of like, they get a quarterback and that quarterback flops, I mean, they're going to be looked at as a laughing fucking stock,
Right. So let me ask you a question. Say the top 2 quarterbacks, say the top 2 picks go quarterback. All right.
Say, do they?
Say the top 2 go quarterback. What are the odds that what are the odds that one or both of them bust?
I bet $100 one of the 2 ends up being a bust.
Okay, so that being said, how are the Raiders in a bad spot for grabbing a serviceable quarterback, not looking at a quarterback, and now that takes a quarterback off at number 6, allows us to grab that generational running back, D-line, wide receiver in a T-Mac 6'5", runs good routes, runs good routes. You got him and Brock Bowers running out there, 6'5", 6'6", just catching everything that goes up in the air.
Sure. Yeah.
How could we be in a bad spot there? Almost as long as we don't grab a quarterback.
That-
How can we be in a bad spot if we trade down? If Sanders is there at 6 and we trade with a 7, a 9, or a 12, pick up our second this year, maybe a second next year as well, because they're getting a generational quarterback.
I'm not opposed to trading
a third into 2 seconds. Like, how could that be bad?
I'm not exactly opposed to trading back, but you have to have a partner to trade back. But there's been other times where the Raiders have traded back, and then you know, we end up kind of missing on some of those better guys that we wanted to get, like DJ Hayden, rest in peace. You know, we traded back, we got DJ Hayden, and we should have never drafted DJ Hayden. You know, that was a terror, and everybody thinks Reggie McKenzie is like whatever. But the point is that I'm pretty sure that was Reggie McKenzie's first draft pick, and it was in the first round, first draft pick that he ever did for us in the first round, and it was a complete flop. So, but like, so I'm not opposed to it, and I'm not exactly disagreeing with you. This is what I said last stream, though. This is where I literally argue with myself, because a large part of me is like, if Sanders or Jackson Dart is there at 6, you got to get a quarterback and let him sit for 1 to 2 years, you know. But then the other part of me is like essentially what you said, which is if Ashton Genty could be a generational talent, or if T-Mac, or if Mason Graham, right? Yeah. I think our D line is good enough, but I guess you can never have enough D line if you look at the Eagles, playbook kind of thing. Take a page out of their playbook. But like, you know, if you think one of those guys can be a generational talent, then yeah, maybe you do pull the trigger on that instead of going quarterback. But fuck, bro, I think we got maybe 2 years with Geno Smith, maybe 2 years. And what are we going to do after that? So the best case scenarios is where you sit a quarterback underneath your starter for 1 to 2 years, you know? So like,
and that confuses me though, because Geno Smith is 34,
35.
Okay, and Stafford's 37.
What's that?
Stafford's 37.
27. Oh wait, no, you said Stafford. Sorry, I thought you meant Sam Darnold. Stafford's 37. Yeah.
So everybody was like, "Oh my God, we missed out on a 37-year-old, but a 34-year-old's too old."
No, they're not too old. You're too old, but they're not too old.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I'm hurting right now talking, bro. Like, I need to lay down. No, but you know what I'm saying? 37, 34, like, you know, it's not like Geno's the most mobile. He's not Vic out there. You know, he could just Steve Young a little bit and get a couple yards when necessary, more than a Carr could, you know. Definitely more than AOC could. And I love AOC. You know, me and you both love AOC. I just hope he's still there, you know what I mean, on the team, in that room and in the fighting. But man, Geno, he's got a couple years at 34. Like, he's still out there. He was the 12th ranked quarterback last year. Like, that's not a bad thing. It can't be a bad thing. How can it? Again, he had 0 O-line.
I know you're probably gonna bounce out here, G. I know you got family and stuff.
Yeah, I do. I
have my cards here. I got to open up my card channel. I might do a show after this one. Whoa. But I got your package here. I'm gonna open it up.
What do you got?
So if you guys don't know, this is my homie Jimmy Guns. He's a Raiders fan. He's got his own YouTube channel. He does a lot of card collecting stuff. So
I do cards and I do Raider content. I leave it to my brother right here. We text all the time and talk Raiders, but I don't want to get in front of the camera. I don't want to get mental whooped by him on Raider. He knows way more than me, like I said.
It's cool, guys, because like there's not too many Raider fans that like collect cards, you know. Like Jimmy was one of the few, and I came across this stuff. So this is some stuff I bought from him a while back. This is a small package. I bought some banger cards. Should I show him the big one?
Yeah.
Do you want to see it? You want to see it? All right, give me a second. You talk to him.
I just want to see it again.
You want to see it again? Okay, I'll get it. You can talk to him for like 30 seconds.
So my daughter went to college this year. My daughter, she was just turned 17, graduated, went to college with 54 college credits. Super smart little girl, with a 4.04 weighted GPA. And for some reason, because of the era and the time we're in, a whole lot of scholarships, you had to have like a 3.0 or under to qualify for them. So she didn't get a bunch of them. So I sold a bunch of cards, you know, cards me and her had collected together as part of our joint collection to some of my friends. And, you know, Hardcore was so gracious to be like, hey, not only do I want to add that card to my collection, but I want to help what you got going on because I believe in your little girl so much. So he popped in and was an absolute blessing to my family. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Grabbed a couple cards, and I didn't want to sell them to anybody other than him. I ain't gonna lie, and I told him that I didn't want to. Period. I wanted them to go to him. Wait, that way. I want him to go to him, and I'm glad he has them over there somewhere. He's over there. Oh, did he?
Hey, so this card was not from Jimmy, but so if you guys don't, most of you guys that watch it probably know, but Bo Jackson is my favorite all-time Raider. I know there's a lot of Raider grapes, but Bo is always mine. So this wasn't from Jimmy. Oh, my camera's gonna be I got to hold it here. Hold on.
How did your camera just do that? It just moves on its own.
It's called like a 360. It moves wherever I move. I kind of actually hate it, to be honest with you. So here's a Bo Jackson. This is a downtown. Just like a $300+ card. I think I might have paid. I paid like $3 something for it or something. But trying to see if I can turn off the tracking. It won't let me. All right.
I got you. Anyway, I'll get it from him for sure, brother.
So if you guys don't know, Jim, like Jimmy was saying, he's got the card channel, and so I got a couple cards from him, some Bo Jackson cards, a few that are like absolute bangers. So I got back into card collecting a while back. I also have my separate card channel.
Look at this card,
Hardcore Card Collecting. Let me turn my other light on.
Show him what's so cool about this card.
I will. So I got this from Jimmy. I bought it from him.
Card.
So it's pretty cool. It's autographed on the front, and then the back. Camera keeps wigging out because the reflection.
So Bo must have. So when he got all the cards to autograph, he must have autographed the wrong side.
Oh, and right. Yeah,
like,
probably. Yeah.
Oh, you got to autograph the other. Oh, my bad. And there's only a few like that. It's really cool.
That's
double autograph on that.
4 out of 15. So this is a sick card. They're both sick. This card is kind of funny because I didn't realize it. Like, so Jimmy can probably explain it better, but they had something essentially where it was called like buyback.
A buyback.
So this is a Bo Jackson card that's autographed.
What's the number on the back?
And what's that?
What's the number on the back? It's a numbered card.
Yeah. So the back says 260 out of 1,000. So this is.
And that was pulled in what year? 98 or 2008? 98, huh?
2006, Don Ross.
2006. So in 2006, when you bought packs, you could get that card, and you would get that one, and it was numbered to 1,000 what?
1,000. 260 out of 1,000.
So out of 1,000. But then Panini, they bought some of those cards back from collectors, and then had, because it wasn't autographed when it was a card to 1,000. So they bought them back from collectors, had Bo autograph them, and then they were numbered up to, I think, 30. So there was, 30 out of 30, and then I think they did like 20. So there was 20 out of 20. But that is the one of one.
You can barely see it with my finger. If I hold it just right, that's why I keep trying. I'm not trying to like put it in your guys' face, but right above my finger, it says one of one. So they bought this card back, and this is the one and only card. It's a one of one. I paid a lot of money for this, but this card, because it's essentially the only one made in the world, even though the back has a number, when they got the card and had them sign it, they stamped it with a one of one. Yep. And this could be I think it's going to be a valuable card down the road. And like, this is a card you're not getting just from anybody. So the fact I got a 101 autograph Bo Jackson for my homie Jimmy Guns, dude, I appreciate you, bro. And you don't know how much this card means to me.
I could have sold that one and that one that are both numbered to 5 instead of selling that one, but I knew how much he wanted that one. I could have got the same money if I would have sold these and then kept that one.
Right.
Yeah. He was like, I like that. I need that one. I like that one. Done deal.
But like I said, make sure you guys subscribe to the Jimmy Guns YouTube channel. Because he does collect Raiders. He sells a bunch of cards in there, guys. Man, I'm trying to get my camera fixed. Sorry.
It's tough for me to sell Raiders. I got to have Raider fans in there. Somebody has to love my cards as much as me for me to sell my cards, my Raiders.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So, but you guys can, check him out. Usually when you go live, it's on Saturdays or something like that?
Saturdays or Mondays are my days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's still got some bow bangers. I don't know if you'll be able to pry his hands from him, if you're a Raider fan, but they're not cheap. To get cards like that, you're going to spend a pretty penny. But to me, I didn't buy it to resell it. I bought it as a long-term investment. So real quick, here's a couple cards I got from Jimmy. I'll just show you guys. This is a little lot I got. Here's Josh Allen. This is numbered.
That's dope.
86 out of 149. So sometimes I'll buy cards of other teams. So I don't sell my Raiders stuff because those are what I PC. But sometimes I'll buy other cards, and then for every $20 you spend, you get a pack. We'll have kind of some cool, not big ticket cards. Right there's a Shohei. That's actually pretty. Or no, it isn't. That's Christian Roy. I thought that was Shohei. I'm looking all this backwards.
There's Jerry though.
Jerry Rice.
Raider, great right there.
Yep. And then what's this one? I don't even know who this is. Christian Vizina.
I got you, 918.
I think you said this is an up and comer, Christian Vizina. I don't know. But anyways,
top right on the front.
Huh?
It should be top right or top left on the front. He was a Raider.
5 of 5.
Yeah, he was a Raider. He was a cornerback or a safety.
Oh, okay.
I think both the ones you got were former Raiders.
Right.
He brought Bowers.
But yeah, appreciate that, Jimmy. Thanks for that. I've been wanting to open those, so had them here with my other packs. I got to open up.
Hey, brother, I'm gonna pop off and I'm gonna keep watching you through my stuff. Love your channel. I love your passion. Okay. Even if I don't 1000% agree with you on everything, I agree with you 80, 90. I agree with your passion. That's number one. And what you say is right. You know what I mean? I just try to play devil's advocate.
Honestly, I don't want anybody to agree with me all the time, because if we all agreed with each other, then yeah.
Exactly. But we have some great conversations and great text messages. Go Raiders. The only thing that I want to put out there to everybody is you feel it. You feel it. It feels different this year. Some things feel different. And grasp onto that a little bit. Have a little bit of hope. Write it out. See what happens. It feels different. It's going to be different. Patrick Mahomes, the Chiefs, they've been our biggest roadblock. Their time's coming to an end. They don't even have any wide receivers. They ain't a running back. Their tight end don't even care no more. It's so us. Just watch. It's us. It's so us. Raiders.
All right. Love you, bro. Raiders.
Love you, bro. You guys be good.
All right, too, bro. Take it easy. All right. Anything else you guys want to cover before I roll on out? Appreciate Jimmy. Make sure you guys go subscribe to him. He's always putting cool stuff out on his channel. Especially if you ask him, be like, hey, you got any Raiders stuff? He'll usually come out with a little Raiders pack if you ask him. You got to compete with other people. There's other people aren't Raider fans that'll bid on it. I was bidding on a Bo Jackson today, and that shit got up. I was bidding on it, got up to higher than I wanted to be. So I was like, all right, I'm out. But I got a different bow. It wasn't as cool as the first one. It was still all right. So, but yeah, man, I mean, I don't know. I'll try to be optimistic, dude. Today kind of hurt though. It did, man, but, and Jimmy's right. I know sometimes I got to have someone talk some sense in me. He's kind of like my big bro. He's like my big bro. Always wanted, but never had kind of thing. Even though I have two older brothers, but, he's just somebody that, I think he's kind of got more of that common sense, when I'm kind of more, pessimistic or whatever. So he can kind of talk me off my ledge sometimes. So shout out to you, Jimmy. Love you, bro. Here's a Max Crosby. I have a few cards in this box. This is a 26, or let me see. 26 out of 49 patch of Mad Max. Got any O'Connell fans in here? I got a few O'Connells. 39 out of 99. Goofy O'Connell. Here's a soccer for my son. I'm saving this for him. Antone Robinson, even though I'm not a soccer guy. But that's for my youngest son. Another bow. This ain't my card channel. I know. People are like, I don't care about cards. Nobody likes cards anymore. This is actually pretty cool. O'Connell right here. Numbered 35 of 50. Got another O'Connell. These aren't even like my best. I mean, some of these are my best cards. 54 out of 99. O'Connell right there. I like the Optic brand. So Optic brand right here. Oh, it's opposite. Optic brand, and then the ones that say the old rated rookie. Jeez. The rated rookie right here. I think those look cool. And then the Bo Jackson #1. Eventually, dude, I got to do like a highlight one. Here's a Derek Carr one, classics patch. I might have got that one from Jimmy, actually. I can't remember. Here's a Aiden O'Connell bang. And then, drum roll, the one and only Ken Stabler rookie card. Boom. I want to get a really nice Ken Stabler rookie card eventually, but the nice ones are real expensive. So I think that's it for like some of those that were anything in here worth looking at. Oh, here you guys go. You guys remember that? Since we've got all the hype of Tom Brady, here you guys go, man. Tom Brady owned us then. He owns us now. The Tom Brady effect is living and well. Oh, shit. Oh, you want to see a real cool Derek? All right, give me a sec. You want to see a cool Derek Carr card? I got one. Hold on. So this, my friends, is a Derek Carr downtown. Oh, the camera wigged out. Sorry, guys. All right, here's a Derek Carr downtown PSA 10. I won this in like I forget what they call it, but it's like kind of where you buy into a lot. It's like $100 a spot, and there's all these boxes, and they, you pick one and they open it. And I bought a few of them, and I got lucky at my very last, like for my budget for like that month. I was like, this is my very last time. And I pulled a Derek Carr and PSA 10. So if you're not into card collecting, PSA is a grading company. PSA 10, which is right up here. That's the highest grade you can get, meaning that's like a perfect card. So it's like the most valuable if you can get a card in a PSA 10. And so this is probably easily a $400 card, maybe even $500 to $600. It might go down later on when Derek Carr retires and because he hasn't done as good. But that's a pretty banger card right there. So for all you Derek Carr fans, that's a pretty badass card. So if you like Derek Carr, go on eBay and you can look up Derek Carr downtown. So you can type, it don't have to be the international. I think he's got at least one other downtown, but just type in Derek Carr's name and downtown and you'll be able to kind of see what his cards are going for. They may not be graded, let alone a PSA 10. Those are really hard to get, PSA 10. But that's like kind of, I don't have a lot of Derek Carr cards. I got a lot of like Bo Jackson, Devontae, Jacobs, but to have that, I like definitely wanted like a really cool Derek Carr card, and that's definitely one of them for my collection. So even though I was willing to move on from him, like, I still respect him and he'll always be part of the Raiders organization and whatnot. And so definitely that's like that guy's for me. Well, all my Raider cards, I'm not like selling them, but that's one that's like, I was pretty pumped up to get. So especially because I didn't have a lot of Derek Carr cards, man. He said I hold thousands of cards. He definitely holds value. Yeah, man, for sure. He said, sheesh, Mexican flag in the back. Yeah, I know. That was pretty sweet. You saw that? Yeah, that's like international. Yeah. The camera wigs out every time it like reflects off it. But all right, guys, man. Oh, he said, I was looking at those. How much you want for it? Which one? The Derek Carr downtown? It's fucking expensive, bro. It'd be hard for me to let it go because, like, I got a lot invested before I even got the card, but I don't know. I don't even know if they're selling, if, like, I'm sure somebody's selling a Derek Carr downtown PSA 10, though. There's got to be one. Are you being serious? What would I sell it for? I don't know. I mean, I'd like to say everything has a price, but bro, because I don't want to rip you off, and there's a price I have in mind, but I don't want to do that to you. And if I'm just gonna break even on it or something, I'd almost rather just like keep it. You know what I mean? So and I don't want to do that to you, bro, because like I try to be fair to people and shit, but I don't know. Should we look it up? Let's look it up. All right, guys, give me a second. We're going to look this up together here. I'll show you guys how to do that too. Give me a second. All right, so go to eBay, the app, go to like search anything at the top here, click on it. And then you see a little camera thing there. You can type in what you're trying to find, or you can click on the camera part, and then you'll take a picture of the card. We'll have you like zoom in on it. But you can't just take a regular picture. You got to take a picture while you're zoomed in. Hold on. Didn't get the PSA 10 part. There's too much reflection or something. I'm just going to type it in. All right, there. And then once you pull it up, I'll have like all this. You can scroll down, but this is just what it's being sold or like what people are asking for it. So you go over here to filter and then scroll down, go to show more, and then go to sold, because you have to find what's actually been sold under that card. It's hard for me to look at this backwards, so give me a second. Sorry, I think they switched something on their app. I might need to update it. Anyways, you would go down to sold, see sold items, and then I'll have to mess with it later. You'll be able to see what someone's like already sold it for, kind of thing. So like here's a Derek Carr. I'm not saying this is mine. I don't know why this is different, but someone's selling this Derek Carr downtown for $1,000. It's a PSA 10. So it says super rare. I don't know what's rare about it. I'd have to research it. But so someone's selling a card. It's not the exact one, but a card that's similar. I don't think it's numbered, the one that they're selling. But apparently someone wants $1,000 for that one. So you say Carr will wear silver and black for a full year before he retires. Yeah, Jimmy said all football cards are lower during the offseason. Yeah, they are. They'll go up leading up into the season. But I'm not planning on selling them, so I don't know, Rebel. I'd have to really think about it, bro. And I don't want to, not be fair to you. And I do have to leave to go see my mom here in a couple of weeks. So, I guess if you did want to buy it, you had some cash to spend, I might be willing to let it go. But I have to look on eBay. Look on eBay, bro. You might find a better deal than what my price would be, to be honest with you. I'm not sure. If you could get the downtown for like under 300 or under 400, that's probably better than I'm going to be able to do, to be honest with you. If you can get the downtown I showed you for under $400, that's probably better than what I would offer. So do some research and you can hit me up. I don't have time to mess with it right now. My app, I think my app needs updated. So, yeah, ungraded around 300. PSA 10. I mean, I thought I'd seen one sold for like between like around 500 or maybe it was 600. I can't remember. That was a while back. Rusty, I'll give you $20 for it. Nice. He's like, I'll give you 20 goats for that Derek Carr card. Yeah, look around, let me know. If you strike out, then maybe I'll hook you up to help you out. But you know, I would explore other options than maybe where I would be at on it. I'll be honest, I got I'll just be straight up with you, bro, because people are gonna think I'm dumb for this. I got at least 400. It might be more than that. I have to go back and look. I got 400 to 500 in the card, just to break even. So, if I don't get, like 600 for it, I wouldn't even like consider letting it go. I'd rather just hold on to it, like if I got 500 for it, then, I might be willing, but the amount of boxes I had to open before I hit that, it was like, I'm pretty sure it's like $500. So not the smartest move. I got lucky hitting that though, because the other cards I got were like $20 cards. So yeah. February 5th, a PSA 10 sold for over 800. Oh, nice. Yeah. And so that's why I'm, just trying to be transparent. I don't want to, I try to be fair with everybody. I don't want to rip anybody off, but also I'm not into losing money. Try not to, you know what I mean? So, and if you're not getting a fair deal, then, I don't want to do that to you. So, but you never know. If I get desperate enough, maybe I'll be like, hey, I'll take $450 for it or something, but I'm not there right now. I'd rather work an extra fucking, 2 weekends in a row to pay for it or something if I have to. It's shit like this. Why I got to work 7 days a week, bro. No, it's not just that, but I haven't bought a ton of cards. I've been collecting some over the last couple months. So like one of them, I'm going to open up my card show. Maybe I'll go live here in a little bit. Wayne Gretzky, PSA or 1981, PSA 8. I just cut the tops of these. I haven't even opened these. Here's one. I'll show you right here. I got this one from my homie. Oh, check this out. This is funny. He sent me this. This is my homie fucking camera. He put this. He put that in the box. Tell me that's not fucking awesome, dude. He put that in the box, and then I'll show you this card. How about a PSA 10 rookie, Lamar Jackson? And that's my brother. Bango! JD Rips. The other advertisement wasn't him, just the sticker. JD_Rips22 on IG. I haven't bought anything from him in a while, but I ain't had no money. Been building these fucking cabinets, bro. Fuck me. These things were not fun, bro. All right, later, everybody. Appreciate you guys. I'm going to bounce out as well. Oh, real quick. Hold on. Rebel, you still in here? Rebel, you still in here? I want to ask you something. I wanted to ask something to everybody while you're in here. Jimmy, are you in here? Let's see what you guys think. Wait a second. See if they respond. I don't know if I'll have time to do it, but I've been thinking if I made a wood Raiders plaque and I showed you guys, so I bring you some of my wood skills because I got some wood skills, some skills with the wood. But if I made like a wood Raider plaque and I showed you guys some stuff of how to do some wood, like nice carpentry stuff. First of all, is that something that you guys would want to do? Second of all, is that something you guys would want to watch if I put it on this channel? I've already thought of the name for it or whatever. It'd probably be a few, like, I don't know, between 3 and 5 videos. I'm thinking I'd probably just have to live stream it because I don't know if I want to mess with editing it and all that. But I could teach you guys some stuff, and then we could give the Raider plaque away on my YouTube channel, and it would be made by the one and only me. And you know, you guys may not know, but I'm pretty good with some carpentry shit. You know, I got a pretty nice wood shop. You know, please like pause. Yeah, pause. I was waiting to see if anybody's fucking paying attention, bro. Pause. Oh shit. Rebel said, yeah, considering you do that type of stuff. And that's what I was wondering, because I know you like that kind of shit and you do that stuff as well. But yeah, I felt like, you know, and Rebel, you probably have done some of this, but like how to use a biscuit joiner. A lot of people don't know how to do that. How to match up two pieces of wood, how to I mean, like some basic shit, but like shit that, like, if I could give you guys, teach you some stuff that I know, teach you guys a few skills, you know, so then you can take those things and you could maybe build something on your own, whether it's a Raider plaque or something else. But I just thought maybe, you know, I could kind of, you know, share some of my skills with you guys, my way of kind of giving back. And then we could also give the plaque away on the channel. It's going to look badass. I'll tell you that right now. I mean, I try to be humble and stuff like that. You know, so I was joking around about it, but, you know, there's a lot of things I'm not good at, but when it comes to carpentry and like woodworking, it's one thing I've spent a lot of time doing, and a pretty big passion of mine. So if it's something I can pay it forward to anybody, like if you're intimidated by doing like carpentry and like, you know, some nice, like, you know, stuff, you know, with wood, you know, I can maybe help you guys out, show you guys some tricks and some things to, you know, you might be able to do some cool stuff without like a lot of tools or without a big bank account, you know. So if you guys are interested in that, just let me know. So he said, yeah, don't show us your wood. Knock on wood if you're with me. Knock on wood if you're with me, bro. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see if I'll ask that another time. I know this towards the end, a lot of people already tuned out. But you know, you guys put something in the chat. If you guys do I have a CNC router? No, I got regular routers. I got like 3 router tables. So I have a bunch of router tables. I got like 2 Palm routers, and then I got, I think, like 2 other regular routers, 1 or 2 other big routers as well. So, and that's the other thing. I'll kind of show you guys my shop. I thought about starting a woodworking channel. I might one day. You know, it would just be strictly business, though. I won't talk Raiders and shit if I did another channel. But, you know, that's what I was thinking. You know, I could just make a plaque and give it away. But I figured if I did that, maybe I could teach some people some shit. So I know there's people out there that don't know how to do the shit that like I know how to do. So, and some people might, and they may not care. But other people, you know, I'm sure we could like teach them some shit, you know, to maybe help them out, you know. So. All right, I'm gonna bounce on out, man. He said, yeah, I consider doing that type of stuff. I think it'd be cool. It'd be something different for the off season, you know. I don't know how I'm gonna make time because I already don't have time as it is, but you know, maybe if we spend a few hours, kind of make it like a 4 or 5 part series, and then at the end, you know, give it away. So, all right, guys, take it easy. Have a good one. I'm Hardcore Raider. There's only one nation. That's Raider Nation. Raiders go sign T. Higgins. Hardcore Raider out.